Hi, for this project I will be exploring and analyzing the themes in Fahrenheit 451, a novel written and published in 1953 by Ray Bradbury. This story follows the main character, Guy Montag. Montag is a fireman, but in this book, a fireman's job is to not stop fires, it is to start them, specifically to burn books. He believes it is a great honor to burn books, and he finds his work very honorable. It takes a few drastic turns of events to get him to question his ways. First, Montag meets a young girl named Clarice. She is very curious and questions everything. At first, he finds her strange and off-putting, but eventually they become close friends, and her curious mindset begins to trickle into his own. Then, one night, Montag comes home to find his wife had overdosed. This causes him to begin spiraling and questioning his life. Finally, an event happened that completely set Montag off. The firemen are called to burn an old woman's books. When they enter the house and begin to burn, Montag finds that the old woman will not leave her books behind. She is willing to die with her library. This makes Montag wonder, what is so special about books that someone would be willing to die with them? Impulsively, Montag steals and hides one of the books on his way out. He begins to read, and it creates a whole new world in his mind, one that is very different from the world he lives in now. He realizes that he actually cannot stand himself or his life, and he especially despises the work he does. After he gets an interrogation visit from his fire chief, the man begins to rant about why books are so awful, and Montag decides that he hates the fire system so much that he is willing to risk everything to do something about it. He meets up with Faber, a man that he had once met. He and Faber come up with a plan to destroy the system from the inside out. Montag is ready to begin their plan, but something drastic happens to throw this off. The firemen are called to burn books at a house, and when they arrive, Montag is shocked to find that it is his own home. The firemen begin to burn Montag's house down, and in a frenzy, Montag turns his flamethrower to his fire chief and murders him in cold blood. Montag grabs a few books and flees. He is now on the run, and he stops by Faber's house for help. Faber gives him a plan on how to escape the city, and Montag continues to run. Eventually, Montag is safe. He is lost in the countryside and has no idea where he is going. That is until he discovers there are other people there. The group invites Montag over and explains that they are outcasts just like him. They do not have any physical books, but remember the books in their minds. They have a whole library system across the country and just people's memories. They invite Montag to their cause, and he gladly joins. They are discussing future plans when there is a deafening sound. The city has just been bombed. In just a second, the city is dust, along with all the people in it. After the initial shock, the group decides to go back to the city in hopes they can rebuild society to the way it should be.